host of the Gridiron.
Jaxson Dart. Now, I seen an article for him, but I'm not. I mean, PF once again, that's PFF has him ranked as like this 202nd best prospect coming out of the draft. Although, according to PFF, do I have it here? No. According to PFF, he was the third highest ranked quarterback in college this year. So, Jaxson Dart, let me see here. He is, I could swear, I think he was the 202. 150. Here we go. Next one. Here. Cam Ward is climbing, according to PFF anyway. Yeah, Jaxson Dart. He's PFF ranked 202 coming out in this draft class, according to them. But he is the third ranked quarterback, according to PFF, college quarterback this past season, with a grade of 92. He's the third out of 306 qualifying quarterbacks. So, very, very interesting. Now, he did say, let's see here. Quarterback ranking is, there we are. Now, Jaxson Dart says joining the Giants would be a smooth transition. Doesn't also hurt, right? I mean, you got, all right. He does have a close connection also with Eli, right? The Giants hold the third overall selection in the 2025 NFL Draft and are in prime position to take one of this year's top quarterbacks. It's no secret the Giants are very interested in the top two recruits in this class, Miami's Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders of Colorado. But they may not have a shot at either of those two, because there's the two teams in front of them, the Titans and the Browns, are also looking for a quarterback. That could leave the Giants with few options. One possibly has emerged this week at the Senior Bowl in Jaxson Dart of Ole Miss. Now, once again, a lot of time, you got their college work, right? And then of course, it happens every year, right? Every year. You get the Shrine Bowl or the Senior Bowl or whatever it is, and you get the combine, you get the workouts, and then you get they have the meetings and all of that and everything. And there's always somebody that, like last year was J.J. McCarthy. I don't know, whatever he was, supposed to be a second round pick or something like that. And all of a sudden he just shot up the charts. Like he was supposed to be better than like Tom Brady. He was better than Jesus Christ and all that stuff. I mean, so there's always somebody, at least one quarterback that just, this guy could be the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, it never fails. But there was one report from, it might have been John Schmelk, I think it was, said that the quarterback from Oregon was having a good performance, but they also said Jaxson Dart was doing pretty well too. He was throwing the ball into some tight windows. So, but also I said there are Giant coaches all on the field. They're all right there, so they're all getting a firsthand view of Jaxson Dart. Now, obviously, with somebody like him, you're not taking him in the first round. You take the first round. I don't know where we'd wind up going. Maybe take him in the second, maybe the third. Who knows? But you take a top talent, and then maybe you get somebody like him. If they're enamored by him, right? You would have to get your bridge quarterback, but they were enamored with Jaxson Dart, right? He'd be a little bit of a project for you. Dart, who began his college career at USC but moved to Ole Miss via the transfer portal, seems like a lot of people do that transfer portal kind of thing. Of course, he left USC, went to Ole Miss, obviously, when the Trojans brought in Lincoln Riley and quarterback Caleb Williams. So I can't blame him. He has a college resume that can't be denied. He also has been with the Giants as he has been working with retired quarterback by some guy by the name of Eli Manning for the past 3 seasons at the Manning Passing Academy. Eli and his dad, Archie, are Ole Miss legends and have grown close to Dart, who was a first-team All-SEC selection this year. Eli has also been working with the Giants to help find them a new franchise quarterback. I like Jaxson Dart, Manning told the New York Post recently. I probably watched him more than anybody just from watching Ole Miss games. I've been around him, and he's a great kid. Been in the same offense for 3 years, and he's been successful. Seen him grow and progress and seems to be able to make all the throws. Dart, in turn, sees the Giants as a possible fit for him. My relationships first started with them when I first got there at Ole Miss, Dart said. They were one of the first families to reach out to me, and it's been special how our bond and connection has been able to grow throughout my time there. Doing different events with them, and at the same time, them coming to games, shooting good luck texts, and going to the Manning camp was also an amazing experience. They've been a huge asset to me, and I look forward to continuing to build a relationship with them. As for the Giants, Dart says he and they are a very good match. It would be a smooth transition, he added. Whether or not the Giants chose to take Dart at the number 3, no, that's not happening. I'd be rather shocked. I'd be rather shocked. But then again, they did take Daniel Jones at number 6, so who knows? Dart is shooting up the draft boards now. ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. has him rated the number 3 at the quarterback position in this class, and who knows, he could rocket up the conversation should he impress at the NFL Combine and other off-season workouts. So that's the way it happens all the time. Somebody, at least one person, at least one quarterback winds up shooting up a board, right? It could possibly wind up being better than sliced bread. So we'll have to wait and see. That would be absolute freaking shocker if the Giants would want to take in Jaxson Dart at number 3 overall. That would, oh my God. Wow. Let's see, in the past 10 drafts, 35 quarterbacks went in the first round, only 6 in the second round, and more than double that, 13 in the third round. The second round is not where it's at for quarterbacks. Is Dart worth all this speculation? He's probably will turn out to be the number 3 quarterback on the Giants draft board. But at pick number 3 overall, getting a player expected to make an immediate impact on defense, edge rusher Abdul Carter or quarterback Travis Hunter at number 3, and then taking Dart could be a strong roster building strategy for the Giants to investigate. There also is sentiment to make a Giants Dart connection. Eli Manning closely follows the football program at his alma mater and thus kept close tabs on Dart at Ole Miss. So Dart did not have to remind that the Giants still need to find a franchise quarterback to replace Eli Manning, as Daniel Jones ultimately did not cut it in the 6-year window. Yes, sir, it would be a smooth transition, Dart said, smiling. Smooth transition. Yeah, okay. Giants will sign a veteran quarterback in free agency either before or perhaps they will wait until after the draft. And that bridge player might have to open the season as a starter with the expectation that a highly drafted rookie quarterback will take over when he is deemed ready to roll. Dart turns 22 in May and has 41 college starts to his resume with 81 touchdown passes and 27 interceptions, operating the Rebels' spread offense. Dart had 29 touchdown passes and 6 interceptions this past season as Ole Miss went 10-3, but it was an unbalanced production now. So this is you gotta keep this in mind here. He threw 20 touchdown passes and only 1 interception. That's freaking awesome. But he threw 20 touchdown passes and 1 interception against Furman, Middle Tennessee State, Georgia Southern, Arkansas, and Duke. Facing South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Florida, Dart had 5 touchdown passes and 4 interceptions. This jives with the analysts of top college football analysts from Our Lads scouting service who lauded Dart's great arm and ability to keep his cool despite pass rush pressure. Yeah, I mean, He opened out of the shotgun 934 times out of 943 snaps this past 2 seasons, according to Pro Football Focus. So, I mean, in high-level leverage situations, Florida LSU Dart really was poor. It seems like he gets a little too nervous, a little too jumpy. So, that's something. I mean, guys shoot up the draft board and this, that, and the other thing, and all that stuff and everything. But I'll tell you what, you got to, you look at stuff like that. Okay, he did good against Chuck E. Cheese State A&I University. He did great against them, 4 touchdowns. But how did he do against the real good? When he had pressure on him, how did he do that? Or when things weren't going right, had adversity, play in and play out, get knocked down, incompletion, interception. This wasn't scoring. How did he perform then? Was it So that's something to keep an eye on, because I'll tell you what, usually when you get picked high in the draft, in first college, usually it's because the team blows. That's why. And because they blow, usually that means they have some holes, right? So, and in this case with the Giants, a lot of time, I mean, they got some good wide receivers, but a lot of times, a lot of pressure on the quarterback. We don't seem to move the ball very well. So it's obviously something to keep in mind, right? The same thing with Shedeur Sanders, right? They did very well. The Rebels were 10-3 this year with Dart. That's great. It's fantastic. But he did poorly against the upper echelon, right? Shedeur Sanders they were 9-4 this year. I'll tell you what, it was phenomenal for Colorado. But against upper echelon, how did he do? So it was very, very interesting. But I said, it is really funny. It's like every year, there's all of a sudden be one quarterback. It's like, oh my God, this guy was a 37th round selection. This guy might be the number 1 pick overall. It's amazing every year. Never fails to happen.